I know what it feels like to be at war with yourself. I've been in war with myself for many, many years until I realized that I was just wasting my time. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you have reached that point that you said, okay, there has to be something out there better than me fighting myself every single day. And what is that thing that you keep fighting every single day? It's pretty simple. Is your ego versus your divine soul, versus that energy that is inside of you that is calling and screaming so high for you to be able to find your true purpose, your highest purpose, to be able to live in flow with the universe, to be able to connect with that energy so that energy can actually provide to you whatever you want. But the biggest problem that I see is that a lot of the times we keep fighting our inner demons because there's just too many. There is a lot of subconscious reprogramming, ego identities, things that we need to think, or we think that we need to adhere to the laws or adhere to what society actually tells us. And so in my own personal journey, I've been there. I have been able to war myself or be at war with myself for many years, to the point that I was just so exhausted. I used to tell myself different excuses of why I shouldn't pursue my dreams. I used to tell myself 101 excuses of why other people should do it and I shouldn't do it. I used to tell myself that, they're better than me. I used to put myself in this victim mode in such a way that I would put myself to the lowest of the lowest, and somebody completely strange to me, I will put them into a pedestal. But I didn't realize at that time that I was just keep harming myself. And not only that, I was wasting my time. And so today I want to share a little bit of my journey and how I was able to get out of that war with myself. So if you're going through something similar, if you're going through a chaos moment in your life, what you do not feel like you belong, you feel like you're stuck in life, you feel like you've tried everything, yet at the same time you feel like nothing is really stopping you, but then everything is being stuck for some reason. And if that is you, then make sure to stay till the end because this video is for you. So the first thing that I want to share with you guys is that was me a few years ago. I had this thing where I used to be in this victim mindset. I used to tell the people, I used to self-sabotage. And oh God, it was so tiring because I had to continue create stories in my mind and justify the way that I was feeling and I was thinking so I could continue going on another day. And so it wasn't until I realized that I was putting so much energy towards this persona that at the end of the day, it was nothing. It had nothing to do with me. And so one day I was actually in this room that I'm here right now, and I couldn't sleep. I literally couldn't sleep, and I was tirelessly trying to fall asleep, but my mind kept shouting and shouting with overthinking and worries and anxiety. I was able to take a deep inhale and slow exhale, and I told to myself, I said, you know what? I need to change. But at that moment, I felt uncomfortable, even to say that I wanted to change, because I felt so comfortable with the new reality that I was creating for myself, making people feel bad about me, making people feel like, oh, poor Angela, she's a victim. I had created this new identity, and thinking of getting outside of that identity was quite uncomfortable. But then I thought to myself, if I don't like feeling the way that I'm feeling right now, then I need to do something. And so that was the moment that I realized that, okay, what can I do? The first thing that I did, I reached out for my mentor. I said, you know what, I need help. Because I don't know if you have been in that moment where it's just so dark that you don't feel like somebody, or you don't feel like you can actually get out of that place that is just so dark with your thoughts, with your anxieties, with your fears, with your doubts. And so the first thing that I did, I looked for help. I started looking for videos. I started speaking with my mentors. I started looking for things that could help me get out of this darkness that I was going through. And I made a conscious decision that, okay, from now on, even if it's going to be uncomfortable, even if I'm going to feel threatened, because that's what I've been telling my whole life, even if I need to show my true colors and my limitation and my limiting beliefs and be vulnerable to others, I'm willing to do that because I know that there is something more bigger and better for me. And so when I did that, it was a huge process of healing, of shadow work. And few months after, like I literally started a few months after, few months, I don't know, I think a few months back. But the moment that I started doing that, something started changing. And it was like I started remembering who I truly was. What was my energy? And I know a lot of people always speak about self love and how you need to love yourself, but that is one of the biggest things that I have struggled to love myself, to be able to see the good in the bad, to be able to say that even though this looks like, you know, I still see good in something. And when I start recognizing that self-love is not just saying, oh my God, I love you, I love you, I love you to myself, but really understand that, okay, what are the limitations that I have and what are the good things about me despite all of that? Like, how can I still love myself even though I am bossy? How can I love myself even though I am this? How can I love myself even if I am this thing that I think that people say about me? So I think this is one of the biggest things that has changed my perspective about self-love, because it's not the scarch, this, the surface saying, oh yeah, you need to say I love myself, I love myself. But self-love really means that you still love yourself even though you realize and accept that you still have some limitations, that you still need to work for some things, because love is not perfect. Love is just an energetic feel, an energy that allows you to expand the good things about yourself. And so when I understood that about myself, I said, oh my God, everything really changed for me. Because yes, it's not like my problems disappear. It's not like my negative talk disappear. It's not like my doubts, my fears, or my victim mindset disappear. It's still there. But the difference is that my perspective in how I looked at myself has completely changed. And by me changing that perception and understanding, and it's a daily work of looking and working and seeing, okay, what is this good thing about myself despite all of the different things that I used to tell myself? It's an exercise. I started realizing that inside of me there is a soul, an energetic being, a divine energy, right? Because if you really think about it, we have this huge thing called the universe, and among billions of people, you exist. I exist. We chose to be in this lifetime for a reason. And it's so even crazy to think that, oh my God, we're here. And what is the purpose of being here? What do we actually do to be able to create the best version of ourselves? Not because we need to show to other people, but because we're supposed to live this life. We're supposed to come here and evolve and experience abundance and experience love and experience a beautiful life just because somebody else loves you. An universe, an energetic field, whatever you want to call it, something out there loves you. You don't have to do more, you don't have to be less, but you're just loved. And so when I understood this thing within me, it was like I was able to be at peace and say, you know what, ego, thank you. You know what, negative beliefs, thank you. You know what, subconscious reprogramming, thank you. Because if it wasn't because I went through the dark, let me tell you something, I would have never been able to find the light. And so if you're watching this video, my humble advice to you is take some time to identify what are the good things about yourself, despite accepting that there's some room for improvement. What are the good things, the characteristics, the things that you can say, you know what? I think I'm good at this. I think I'm good at that. And start slowly but surely start embracing those characteristics. And the other things that are your limitations and you do not like, also start working on them and start becoming better and awareness and start changing those habits and those things little by little. That is how you stop being at war, and you actually become free and start shining the line within you to be able to say, I am love just because I exist. And so if you have enjoyed this video, and if I have helped you at all, please make sure to give a thumbs like into this video. Make sure to comment in the comment below, where are you guys tuning in from? And last but not least, if you have not done so yet, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, because I am committed to help you find that light within you. Other than that, thank you guys so much for listening. I will come back in the next video. Bye bye.